Hello, it's Kate and Will. We are here with you today for Everyday. Oh no, it's not Everyday Positivity. It's Kate and Will's Positivity Island.
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do. And that's why we play the music like we play. Welcome to Backchannel. This is the only place that you can listen to, watch, and chat to your hosts live. So Will and I. You can talk to us straight away, just like Sunny has completely already this morning. So Sunny says, I'm watching on my swanky new Echo Show 8. I won on Word of the Day quiz.
That fills me with so much joy, Sonny. I'm so happy for you.
It's always good to be a winner, isn't it? And to get some gubbins through the post. That's nice. Bit of nice tech. Sunny, good morning. Doug, good morning. Also saying hi, Kate. And Amy is saying, Kate and Will, you guys look fantastic. Thanks. We wore the same today by accident. The same colour by accident today. We're both wearing navy blue.
Accidentally on purpose, as I like to say.
Accidentally on purpose. We are wearing the same today. We've got a great hour lined up for you. All I want to do with this programme is to bring you an hour of positivity. Because, the world can be so... And so today we want to be... Yay! Joy! Happiness! So there's plenty coming up. We've got good news from Dolly Parton, the Glades. We've got some good news that involves another tortoise, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, it's good to be.
And we've got some ways of finding joy and what else? A lovely positivity activity for you as well. So there's plenty to come in the next hour. Will, what's your happy good news this week?
Loads. I've got loads of happy good news. I went to go and see my sister and my family at the weekend. We took a trip down to Liverpool. We went to the Beatles Museum.
You did go to the Beatles Museum.
We had a very nice lunch.
What was the Beatles Museum like?
It was great. It was like 3 floors of just Beatles, like pictures and like artifacts from their career, from their lives. It was really interesting. It was fun. Non-stop Beatles on repeat.
Non-stop Beatles on repeat. There's quite a lot of Beatles music though, isn't there?
Yeah, so when I say on repeat,
round?
I didn't hear the same song twice. But,
there you go. You see, Beatles FM is probably pretty good. So what was your best bit?
I liked the old-timey microphones. That was my bit.
You took lots of pictures of old-timey microphones. I saw them on your Facebook page.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So all the floors were split up by sections, so you could see how, by decades even. So you could see how everything progressed, and even you didn't see a color photograph until you got to the 3rd floor.
Wow!
And part of that is all the instruments and all the microphones and stuff they used.
All of the microphones were in black and white as well.
Oh, everything was in black and white, Kate. Their clothes. You cheeky lady. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
My stepfather-in-law, that does make sense, is in his late 70s, and when he talks, I say to him, "Your memory's in sepia."
And does that go down well? Is that well received?
Oh, he loves it. He loves it. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I've got lots of happy things to tell you about, but I think the one thing I wanted you to share was you said you found something really fun on the Twitter. God.
I've found something so fun on Twitter because I spend a lot of time on Twitter. So the tweet is, when you surprise your grandmother at Disney for her 70th birthday.
She's not in sepia.
She's not in sepia. She's in full color.
Cool.
So if you're watching on an Echo show, like Sunny is, you'll be able to see it. If not, Kate's going to explain to you.
I need to make the picture big. It's really cool. So it's one of those. So we've got lady on. I don't know where she is I think she's in the Magic Kingdom somewhere. Anyway, she's lining herself up for a picture. And as she lines up for a picture, loads of her family sneak into the picture behind her. It's her 70th birthday. And she turns around and she's like, oh my goodness. And she just does that thing, when your hands go over your mouth.
Yeah, you're so overwhelmed.
And it's that lovely, the thing why it's so brilliant is because, you are with her. You go, oh my goodness, look at her. Because of her little facial reaction and everything. And then it reminded me of a friend of mine, a friend called Jenny. It was her birthday last week, but she was poorly. and she had COVID. So now she's out of isolation, and her mates invited her over, just two of them, Izzy and another Jenny, invited her over for a drink. To the house. So she comes into the house with a big like waterproof on over her head. It's pouring with rain outside. She sort of struggles her way in, gives them a hello kiss, and turns around to discover that loads of her mates are there as well. And it was exactly the same reaction. It was the face where she was
Like,
so surprised.
properly
that they
taken by surprise.
Yeah, taken by surprise. But it's so joyous when you see that sort of thing, isn't it? And you can relate to another human being in that way. So I hope that today, at some point in this next hour, you are going to get that lovely surprise thing going on. I love that Sunny is totally enjoying. Amy and Sunny are both watching on their Echo, which is really exciting. I love that they're both enjoying watching the clip on the Echo show. So just to let you know, hi Eli or Ellie and Gregory for joining the stream as well. If you want to get in touch with us as we're speaking, you are so welcome to do so. Come and join in the stream. Come and join the chat. All you have to do, if you're watching on or listening on an Amazon Echo show in North America, all you have to do is say your device name, use the word say, and then put your message afterwards. So Amy will have gone, Eliza, say I have an Echo I'm watching. That kind of thing. So, and you can see on the screen now, if you've got an Amazon Echo show, how you can go about it. Eliza, say good morning. You get where we're coming from.
Yeah.
If you aren't watching in any of those places and you have joined us via YouTube, hello. If you've joined us via Twitter, hello. It's at Backchannel Live if you want to find us there. If you've joined us in the Everyday Positivity Facebook group, hello. You can obviously leave comments in the Facebook group and on the YouTube channel. Or if you're on your phone, you can just go to backchannel.tv and chat with us in the chat there. We'll go back to things. So if it comes up, we'll come back and we'll talk with you. Sorry, not about you. Talk with you. So yeah, just keep on bringing it through. We've got a quiz later on that you can take part in. So really, please take part. Hi, Stacey. Stacey has joined the stream as well. So what we usually like to do is start with an episode of Everyday Positivity. So I do a podcast called Everyday Positivity. I've been doing it for the last 3.5 years, totally designed as a lovely audio reminder for you every single day to be kind to yourself, to feel good about yourself, because when we're in a positive place, we tend to make good decisions for ourselves. And I'll come on to that in a minute. Last week on the programme, it's a daily programme, we had listeners involved, and one of those was Krista Rose Ampamvato. I'm just saying her name. Yes, I got it right. And she had an amazing story to tell. She, last September, she was diagnosed with cancer, and it all happened very, very quickly. By the end of October, she'd had all the medical interventions that she needed, and she was hitting chemo quite hard. She has at this point recovered. So she's doing well, but she really inspired us last week with her story of how she plugged into a certain skill, which was joy, to help her to recover. So this weekend's journal prompt from Sunday was this. This week I have a special episode for you because Krista came on the show on Everyday Positivity on Friday and told us her beautiful, inspirational story about how she had coped with recovering from cancer. And the thing that came out of it was that she had really utilised a skill around joy. So I asked her to give you the journal prompt today. Krista, over to you.
So today in your journal, I want you to write an answer to the simple question, what brings me joy?
Krista, tell me what brings you joy.
What brings me joy is being out in the natural world and recognizing that all of the species that we interact with, the trees, the grass, the squirrels, every plant, every animal, we all have this spark of life. And because of that spark of life that brings us all together, we're never really alone. Even when we feel alone, we're in communion always with everything else that's living on the planet.
You and I walk on the same ground. We see the same sun. We see the same moon. We share the same sky.
Mm-hmm.
That brings me joy. It brings me joy that you see the world that way, Krista. So thank you very much for
Kate, thank you so much.
doing the journal prompt for us this week on Everyday Positivity. I love that idea that we're all connected in that way. That spark of life means that we are not alone. It was quite an emotional week on Everyday Positivity. So please come and find us wherever you get your podcasts, or if you've got an Amazon Echo, go to your skills section and you can launch us up as a skill itself, or you can listen to us via Volley FM. Sunny says, that is so sweet. I absolutely resonate with that spark of life concept.
It's so nice, the idea that we all share the same like sky and the same trees and the same earth. We used to say, the stars above me are the same ones above you.
Oh,
That's cute.
they are.
What brings you joy, Kate?
I got
you
there
go first. I asked you first.
Well, what's really interesting is I think that you can kind of hit a joyful state sometimes. So I kind of, if I'm in that kind of giddy, joyful state, which I kind of am today, I tend to find myself being joyful about a lot of things. I see things as like things bring me joy, and then I kind of give more joy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is amazing. I get really excited about things, and I love being in this state. So I work towards being in this state as much as I can. But we've had some really good news today. I haven't told you this yet. So first things first, Will, there's lots of things going on. The bath has gone in the bathroom, and I got in it and I looked at the sky.
That's so
I looked at
exciting.
the bath and I went, oh my goodness, I have gone too big. Because do you remember I was thinking of one size, and then I went for a bigger size, and then I went, no, I'm not going to do it. And then I thought, no, I'm just going to go for it. Anyway, it's massive. It's like a single bed. It's huge, right? Anyway, I got in it, completely clothed. The plumber was in there. He went, don't take your clothes off. I went, it's all right. We'll save that for another time. So I got in the bath and lay down, and then I suddenly realised I could see the sky, and I messaged my husband going, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. So the bath is in and nearly, well, it's not plumbed in yet, but it's ready to go, and I'm sat in it. So that's number one joy. Then this morning, when I was meant to be doing a load of work, I suddenly got excited and was trying to organise a bathroom mirror with Bluetooth speakers in it. So I now bought a bathroom mirror with an LED and a magnifying mirror and Bluetooth speakers in the mirror. So I can listen to myself in the bath, obviously. And then, no, I'm not going to do that. That was just a joke. Then, so I'm still trying to do work here, and I'm going, I must get all this work done because I've been saying I'm going to catch up, I'm going to get ahead this week. My son, Louis, has been selected for the next stage of the development programme for Northwest Rugby under 14s. He then found out. So I was like messaging him, hoping he'd pick up his phone, and he picked up his phone and he was like, I know, I've seen, I'm ecstatic, like that. So he was really excited. So you can feel it all layering on, can't you? And then Tim messaged and went, on the train, I've literally been offered more work. And I was like, oh, this is going really so well. Some different rugby work, which is great fun. And then I realised that tonight, it's the Brits.
I love the Brits. That's so much joy, Kate. I think you might explode. It's too much joy for somebody of your size to handle.
My brain's going to do that little emoji thing.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like a little party firework coming out.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
Sunny says, last night I dreamt I went on vacation, and that was actually really refreshing. So that's nice. Yes, I'm really glad we've got the bath, because it's suddenly dawning on me that with teenagers, 12 and 14, who are I went through all the new training things that Louis has to go to, and they're all Friday evenings, and you're like, those weekends that we just popped off places ain't going to be happening so much. Yeah. So I'm really glad that I've got myself, I'm building a spa upstairs.
Giant bathtub in it.
Well, what brought you joy?
Oh my God, everything brings me joy. Seeing my family brought me joy. Hanging out with, when that moment where you're like hanging out with all your friends and everyone's just like chatting and having a good time. We had that moment recently, and you're just kind of like sat there and like soaking in the company of everybody. That brought me joy. Loads of things. It's so nice.
Do you know, and in amongst of it all is the things that make you happy, the things that bring you joy, if you really think about them, which is what this journal prompt did, and then the Facebook group. There was loads went into the Facebook group on Sunday. It's the small things. Yes. So Stacey says, last night I got to eat ice cream. Amazing. And you know what, Stacey? I saw all your messages before. I'm really sorry to hear you've had a bit of a fall. The ice cream joy, do not underestimate the power of that tiny bit of joy and how much it will lead you through. And that's what Krista was saying, that even on a bad day, she had to really focus on I need to do something today that brings me joy so that it gives her the strength to cope with the things that she's having to cope with. So finding joy, looking for joy, doing things that bring you joy. You know, often we find ourselves thinking that that's really stressful. Really selfish, not stressful. But actually, as you know, Will, I talk about being self-full, which is taking care of yourself, doing
Absolutely.
things that bring you joy so that you are in a place where you can help the people that you love.
Can I share
Lawrence
my
has
favorite
got-
Lizzo quote?
Yes, you can share your favorite Lizzo quotes.
It's like Lizzo said, if I'm shining, then everybody's going to shine. And I love that
Everybody's
so
gonna
much.
shine.
If you've taken care of yourself, you can help take
Yeah.
care of everybody else as well.
Lawrence has joined the stream. Hi, Lawrence. Really lovely to meet you. This is your first time on this show. I love this. What's the stream about? Lawrence says. The answer is pineapple. Interestingly, I am putting pineapple in tonight's dinner. Didn't expect that.
Love that.
Lawrence, right now, we are just about to start the theme of the stream. Oh, I love that.
The theme of the stream.
The theme of the stream is what brings you joy? Or what is going to bring you joy today?
Is it pineapple?
Is it pineapple? And I want to know the smallest thing that's going to bring you joy. Yes, if you have a little bite of ice cream, that's enough. That's enough for me.
Putting
go
on
on.
warm socks out of the dryer
That's amazing.
brings me joy.
Oh, that's you. I was like, where's that in the stream?
Oh,
I can't
no.
see.
I was just an example of something small that might bring somebody joy.
My husband in the winter puts his underpants on the radiator so that he can do the same thing in the morning when he gets stressed.
I fully support that. I think that's an excellent idea.
But those things are so joyful. That moment, actually, sometimes you earn that joyful moment, don't you? So say when I've been out walking or paddleboarding, the thing that gets me through those really cold moments is I'm going to get into the warm, I'm going to have my lovely warm socks on, and I'm going to have hot chocolate. Sunny says, in any situation, no matter how bleak, you can always find something to be grateful for. You just have to be open to finding it. Oh, gratitude is always possible. Yes, I love all this. Stacey says, I'm going to hang out with HJC today. You need to tell me who that is or what that is. Doug, I have a lot of things that bring me joy. Too many to list. I want one, Doug. Come on, Doug. Give me one. Come on, Doug. You got this.
Doug.
The top one that springs to mind now. Go. So yes, if you want to get into the stream and you want to take part in the show today, you're really welcome. We'd love to have you here on Positivity Island. All you have to do is talk to your Amazon Echo show, say Eliza, then the keyword is say, and then give us your message. So Eliza, say good morning, and we'll see good morning from you. And don't worry, she understands. She won't make you say anything silly, or if she does, no, she won't. She won't make you say anything rude or silly. She won't let you. This is when everyone tries, right?
Yeah. You see lots
This
of
is when everyone
asterisks.
tries. Here we go. We get the asterisk storm. If you aren't on an Amazon Echo show in North America, then you can take part in the show by messaging on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook on the Everyday Positivity Facebook group if you're watching there, or very simply just go to backchannel.tv and join in on the chat. Type. Happy days. What have we got? Doug says, hanging out with Backchannel. I think if that brings you joy, Doug, I'm very pleased for you to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think you might be sucking up a bit.
It's not true.
Flattery will get you everywhere. I will remember that you like hanging out with Backchannel. I also want to know what brings you joy beyond Backchannel. There must be something in the kitchen that brings you joy.
Yeah. If I know Doug, I know there's plenty of things that bring Doug
Oh,
joy.
come
Doug's
on,
been
Doug.
here since this morning, so I know.
Oh, Doug's hanging out with his mom.
Mom time.
There we go.
Me and my
Total
mum.
joy.
When my dad goes to football or soccer, that's when me and my mum, we book in lunches out and going out for cocktails and things like that. Quality mum time.
That's high level joy.
Oh yeah.
Cocktails. I think
top
cocktails
level.
go up there with prize joy.
Yeah, I think so too.
We went out for cocktails. Well, we did go out for cocktails. My daughter and I, we went for our lovely meal on Saturday night, which was after the CrossFit game. And my daughter was like, I want a mocktail. It's the first time really, because they're like, now they're mini adults, obviously. We're able to go to kind of an adult bar, restaurant for dinner at an adult time. So, it wasn't like Pizza Hut or Frankie and Benny's, which are both ace, but this was like an actual restaurant. We went to a restaurant for the first time, and I realised that's because of COVID and not being able to go out very much. We've just not done it before, so it was really nice. Bit of a
That's
first
joy.
one.
That's so much joy.
Very much joy. So joy is osmosizing itself back into my life again, and hopefully your life as well. Not that, no, actually, that's not fair. I don't
You've
think
always
that's a true
had joy.
statement. There's always been joy, but joy is finding new ways. There we go.
There's new types of joy.
New types of joy, nostalgic types of joy that are osmosizing their ways back into our lives. Right.
It's twice
What?
I've used the word osmosize already.
I
And I'm
know, I
obsessed.
found it. I found it in my brain and it came out. What's the good news, Will? Let's do the updates.
Oh, the bong was a bit quiet.
Can we do it again?
Can I have a louder bong?
Can we do it with a bit less of a thud beforehand as well?
No, I have a thuddy keyboard. It's part and parcel of it. Okay.
Yeah! Okay. What's the first news today?
1 billion to be spent on Everglade restoration.
Ooh.
Engineers plan to spend $1.1 billion on restoring and preserving South Florida's Everglades. The Fund for the Everglades Restoration aims to increase the ecosystem's resilience against climate change by storing surface water runoff and minimizing seepage losses during dry periods.
Now,
I love the Everglades.
I love the Everglades. We're back in Florida again. We've done Disney World already this morning, and now we're into the Everglades. So, can you tell me anything about the Everglades?
Yeah, they're home to. So, one of my fondest memories of all time is being in Florida with my family on vacation.
Yep.
And going on those big
fan things like in Gentle
yeah,
Ben.
what they? I'm reluctant to call it a boat, but it's because it's just like a platform with a big
hover
fan on.
It's a hover something, isn't it? Hovercraft, hover.
Yeah.
Right, you keep talking. I'll look it up. The
Okay.
internet will
Anyway,
help us.
so we got on one of these things, and you go out on a tour, and there's a man on the back, and he's like steering it through all the reeds, and what you're looking for is the crocodiles
Alligators.
and the alligators. Yeah. And sometimes you can just see because they blend in as they're meant to do very well into the Everglades.
It's called. They're called airboats.
Oh, that was a bit underwhelming. I'm gonna
Or
call
fan
them.
boats.
I'm gonna call them Everglade fan explorers.
Fine. I think that's much better.
Anyway, so you have to look out for the gators, and you get to spot them, and it was a lot of fun, and we saw some. And there's a lot of golf that comes from Florida. And whenever you're watching the golf, sometimes you just see a big gator just like sunning itself on the green, and they have to like move it.
I don't think I've ever been to the Glades. I think I've been near them, or maybe I have been and I didn't know I was there. So Kennedy Space Center, is that near the Everglades?
Pass. Let's say yes. If you know, if you're from Florida, is there anybody on the street from Florida?
Is it well enough?
Yeah, you're now our Everglades expert
from Florida.
Yeah.
And is it reclaimed land? That's the stuff I want to know. Like, is it? How do we get the Everglades? Isn't it to do with some sort of? I probably should have researched this before we started. I didn't realise that my brain was going to go in this direction.
Because it's like wetland. I think it just belongs to the state. I don't think it's protected.
No, I know, but I mean, aren't the Everglades to do with? Oh, I don't know. Is some land been taken away and other? You know what I mean? For some reason in my head,
yeah.
It's like in the Netherlands. Like, isn't some of the Netherlands like reclaimed land? Like, did they take a bit off Florida and put it on the Netherlands? I know it's not that simple. Oh dear. Alicia and Julia enjoy the stream. Welcome. If you know anything about the Everglades, that can really help me out because I'm starting to feel a little bit at sea or at Glade. I don't know.
At Glades.
Get me on an airboat quick, and an Everglades fan explorer quick. Help me out of this drowning water that I'm sinking into, and tell me stuff about the Glades. Do so on your Amazon Echo show. It is the key. The instruction is Eliza, and then the keyword is say. Tell me about the Glades. Hi, Julia.
Okay.
Thank you for taking part. Julia says hi.
Hi, Julia.
Julia says hi. Hi, Julia.
Just to journey back a bit, when I was at lunch with my family on Sunday,
yes,
my dad goes, "Oh, should we go to Florida for my 60th?
Great idea, Dad.
I was like, yeah, Dad. So now maybe we'll go to the Glades, and in 2024 I'll have all of the facts for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because that's when he's 60. So
we went to Florida for my father-in-law's, not the stepfather, the father-in-law. We went for his 60th. In fact, no, we didn't. We were going to go for his 60th. We didn't go for his 60th, but we all said so that we could get out of work and school. We said that it was his 60th. And then every time we went anywhere, we told them it was his birthday.
That's funny.
Happy, happy birthday. It is your happy day. It was so much fun. It was the most fun ever. Okay, next news.
I'm unprepared. Say it again.
Next news. I like that you're squishing it now.
It's very gentle.
With the eyes.
Yeah, she could do it quietly. Bride picks her pet tortoise to be her ring bearer.
Oh, I love it.
It wouldn't be a Kate's Positivity Island show if we didn't have a tortoise story.
No, correct.
Erica and Jay Johnson are both vets who first met while doing a wild tortoise survey 20 years ago.
Amazing.
Erica said that it felt only right to have their pet tortoise, Tom Shellac, be part of their wedding celebrations. It took Tom the tortoise 3 minutes to get down the aisle, which could make it the slowest walk down the aisle in history.
What's the name of the tortoise again?
I can't say it properly. Tom Shellac. Shellac.
You know it's like Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Tom Shellac.
Tom
It's a pun.
Shellac.
Name pun.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I love that. Oh, we should definitely do some puns. We haven't done puns. Puns would be a great feature. We should do puns. Okay, animals and I'll tally the turtles on. Animals and celebrities. Mix them together. Go.
Oh, don't put me on the spot like that.
No, I know. Anyone can take part.
Tom.
If you're on the chat, put your actor, famous person name with an animal.
Hanks. Tom.
Sonny
Shaw.
says 100% agree. Puns are life. I'm not saying do it now. We can do it while we're talking. Let's talk about the turtle with the tortoise with the Tom Shellac.
So they put a little basket on the top of his shell with like a pretty basket full of flowers and with the rings inside. And then like an aisle is not that long, is it? Like it takes you and I 40 seconds to walk down the aisle. They took Tom Shellac 3 minutes. But you know what? Novelty ring bearer.
Novelty ring bearer. Tally the turtle says I always cry at weddings.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I love Tally.
My favourite part of that story is that they put little strawberries along the aisle so that Tom Shellac would have like motivation to keep going. But they said, Erica, who was the bride, said, "Oh, I hope none of the women have like painted their toes red because Tom Shellac might think it's a strawberry and get distracted." That's a genuine quote from the article.
From one of the congregation. The thing that I like about this is the slowing down bit. So imagine the intensity of the love that you would feel for someone if you did that walk slowly. It's like we're about to get married. Oh, hang on. And I'm walking down the aisle. Did she walk down with her groom or with her da?
I think the bride and groom walked down together.
Yeah. So imagine that, like real slow. We'll just go as long as Tom Shellac takes.
Yeah.
And they just leave the timing to Tom Shellac. Tom time. And then you just, it's like that art project where they got people to look into each other's eyes for 4 minutes. And it made people cry because the intensity of the emotion and the fact that you just stop and you slow down and you get present is so lovely.
Yeah. That would
So lovely. Well. I'm really trying to think of a celebrity animal pun. I've so far got Brad Pitt in my head. Meryl, no.
Koala. My other favourite part of the story is that Tom, like, they didn't care, like, Tom Sherlock became, like, the star of the wedding.
Maybe it
like-
should be tortoise puns. So tortoise and famous people.
Michelle Obama.
Shell. Yeah.
It's the best that I could do under these circumstances.
Still not got one in my head. I think we'll do puns in the future, but I think you and I should prep some to help jog people's minds into
Get the creative
good
juices flowing.
pun action. People love a pun. They do.
I love a pun.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not there yet. Okay, next news.
I didn't even go.
Stop hitting it. My dad would be really cross with you with the way you're treating your
Really?
keyboard.
It's anyway.
Dong.
NFL star Jerome. Oh, I'm really
Yay.
gonna struggle with this name.
Jerome Bettis.
Bettis. I'm gonna go again. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Quietly.
Quietly. Still a click.
NFL star Jerome Bettis goes back to school. Jerome's 49, and he's now only months away from fulfilling a promise he made to his mother to get a college degree 18 years after he retired from a legendary career in the NFL. He played for the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Doing the Super Bowl this weekend.
Super Bowl this weekend.
Yeah. Which is why I knew it was the Brits. I was like, it must be the Brits at some point.
Because it's the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
He said, I promised my mother that I would get my degree. In my immediate family, I'll be the first person to graduate from college.
Oh, I also love that.
But most importantly, I have 2 children. For them to see Dad finish a commitment that he set out some 27 years ago, for me to complete that, I think that means a lot to them.
That's brilliant, isn't it? It
is.
Have you got something in your head that you're like, I will do that at some point?
Nothing fun. Only my list of boring tasks that I need to do. No, but it reminds me of my mum, you see, because she did her history degree at 50.
Yes.
And we were so proud of her, and she did it just to kind of prove to herself that she could. And I think she had a little bit of regret that she hadn't done it sooner when she was a teenager, only in her 20s.
Did she find it easier, harder? Did she enjoy it more?
She definitely enjoyed it. She loved everything about it. She did it part-time with work as well. So obviously that has its own... comes with its own complications or whatever.
Shell and Miriam. There we go. Did it.
Good one. I like
Yeah.
that. Shell and Miriam. Yeah. But yeah, we just... And the point is that you're never too... There's no deadline on these things. You can do it whenever you want.
Yeah, I know. And again, we always say this, don't we? That when you see someone who's done something like that, it's always inspiring because you find yourself, whatever you're doing, on this sort of expectation treadmill. I don't know where those expectations have come from, but they still happen, don't they? So you're like, oh, I go to school until I'm 18 and then I'll go to university. And then I look at my kids now and I think, God, you could do anything you like. There is nothing here to stop you.
It's the shoulds, isn't it? Oh, I should be doing this. So I should... Like, by this time, I should have achieved that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll just go and play professionally at a really high level of a national sport. And then I'll go and do a degree after that.
And then I'll go and get my business degree from Notre Dame.
Yeah, well, I'll just crack on. Okay, last bit of good news then. I think it might be in homage to our patron saint of positivity, Dolly Parton. It's Dolly.
Dolly Parton and Kelly Clarkson.
Try again.
Dolly Parton
Try again.
and Chaos. Dolly Parton and Kelly Clarkson have recorded a new version of 9 to 5. The duo teamed up to record a new take for an upcoming documentary, which is called Still Working 9 to 5, which
I can't wait to see this.
It's got a premiere at this year's South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas.
I can't wait to see that.
Yes, me too. Parton has dubbed the new collaboration 9 to 5 the slow version, saying that it's definitely slowed down and, quote, more haunting. So
like
I'm very
Crazy
excited.
in Love that they did for the version of Crazy in Love they did for 50 Shades of Grey.
Looking so crazy. Yeah, just like that. That's what I'm imagining.
Crazy in Love. I love this. all the good news I love. I don't know why I say I love this at the end of all the good news, because it's good news. Of course, I love it. But what was I going to say? So this led me to a little rabbit hole of Dolly Parton, and I thought, working 9 to 5. I've still not seen that movie. And when we started doing this show, we promised that we were going to sit and watch it together. And then you said you wanted, yeah.
Okay.
And then, and so I was like, does it exist anywhere? And then I found it on Disney Plus, which I have. It's about an hour and 40 minutes long. I did then question whether I should actually watch the Brits tonight over watching Dolly Parton and Lily Tomlinson and Jane Fonda in 9 to 5. I did watch the first 3 minutes and got the whole song in the theme tune, which was great fun just before we came on. But we should do it. And then I messaged you and you said that's what you want to do for Valentine's.
Well, that I didn't really know that that's what you were implying, that we were going to watch it together.
And then I told you that the cat was on my lap, and you said, "Oh, Pepper just wants a cuddle," and I wouldn't blame her. And I thought, is he asking me out on a Valentine's cuddling, working 9 till 5 date? I can't work it out. Funny. We've ended up somewhere I don't think we'd ever go.
No, but who knows? I said about being too comfortable, didn't I? Also, Valentine's Day is on a Monday, which is rubbish.
Well, okay. But if we worked 9 to 5 on that Monday, then we could watch it at, what, 5:15?
5:15, yeah. Amazing. And especially if Pepper's invited, so I can cuddle with Pepper.
Yeah, okay. So we might have our Valentine's sorted. Are you sure you want to waste it on me?
I mean, I've not got anybody else to waste it on. Your husband might say...
We don't do it, really. He's not bothered.
So he's not going to say, "Will, please can I have my wife back?"
No, never.
Okay, good. That's fine then.
Especially for you. So, yeah, Pepper cuddles. See, Sonny says Pepper cuddles.
Mm-hmm.
Little heart emoji. Yeah, see? Pepper's the bomb. She's disappeared at this point, but she would not leave me alone this morning. She's been on my lap for hours. So, oh, look at me rubbing my eyes. Okay. Okay. What's next, Will? What are we doing?
I think it's...
hang on a minute. Actually, let's summarise. What have we learned?
So much.
I'm not very good at puns.
Yeah.
But we'll instigate some puns, I think.
We know less about the Everglades than we probably should, or thought we did.
Yep. But we know that we'd like to know more. I would like an airboat. Well, no, we've renamed the airboat.
Yes.
An Everglades floating
Fan Explorer.
Fan Explorer, thank you. And Dolly Parton's got a new documentary out called Still Working 9 to 5, which is, by the way, about women at work.
Yeah, women's quality in work. How it's changed over the years.
And that we know that joy gets us through a lot of things. Ice cream and can bring you joy. We never said that Sunny likes her weekly, the weekly support group I host is in VR, is always the highlight of my week, and I love it. So VR brings me a ton of joy, especially my amazing friends I've met there. So yeah, there you go. There's plenty going on. Okay, quiz time.
Awesome. So, it's time for the pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
If people know the answers, Kate, how can they
So, time to do a little pop quiz in Name of the Brits this evening. Well, I don't know if it is in Name of the Brits this evening. I don't know if you've actually organised it so well.
Don't know what I've done. You don't know what I've planned.
I don't know what you've done. It's all a surprise to me because it's your turn to do the questions for me. So, if you want to take part, then please use backchannel.tv or tell your device to say the answer. So it's Eliza, say B. I need your help. I have no idea what Will has organised for me today. And I'm hoping that my pop quiz abilities is high. So help me out, please.
Let's start with question number 1. Kay Cocker, who famously said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world."
Oh, I know that.
Is it A? Good, I'm glad. Is it A, Nelson Mandela? Is it B, John Lennon? Is it C, Mahatma Gandhi? Or is it D, Steve Jobs? The question is, who famously said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world"? Is it A, Nelson Mandela, B, John Lennon, C, Mahatma Gandhi, or D, Steve Jobs? Sunny thinks she
Sunny-
knows it.
Sunny thinks she knows it. Does anyone else know it?
I'll give you a couple of minutes to get
Stu has
involved.
joined the stream. Hi, Stu. Welcome to the Everyday Positivity Island, Kate's Positivity Island, where we just try and, pass the time in a joyful way. Doug says C.
Excellent.
I think I'm going to go C.
Okay, everyone's saying Mahatma Gandhi. Is that the correct answer? I can tell you that yes, it is Mahatma Gandhi.
Yay! Brilliant.
Well done, Sunny. Well done, Doug. And well done to you too, Kate.
Thanks. That's 1 point to me. And Sunny and Doug.
And Sunny and Doug. Which American writer and director starred in several iconic European-produced spaghetti westerns? Is it A, Norman Lloyd? Is it B, Clint Eastwood? Is it C, Gene Hackman? Or is it D, Christopher Lloyd? Somebody called Mahatma Gandhi my dude.
My dude.
Which I love.
I know, it's brilliant.
This is the next
I
question.
think I know the answer to this as well. What do you think? I'm not 100% sure. I think I know the answer, but it could be one of the it could be one of the other ones. See, Doug says hey, which I'm wondering if he means A.
Oh, it could be. It could be. Sometimes Alexa or
Uh-oh.
your device. Sorry if I set her off.
Uh-oh. The space-time continuum has fallen down because you said the magic three-syllable
Said her name.
word.
Sometimes she doesn't hear
In my
you properly.
sister's house, she's called She Who Shall Not Be Named.
I like that. That's good.
Oh, Sunny says, I want to say B, but I know it's wrong.
Oh,
Well, no.
okay.
So I think Sunny's in a similar quandary to I, which is that I'm thinking it's B, but I could be wrong.
The question
It's the
is
European produced is the throw. Doug says A.
which
And he says,
iconic
I want to say B, but I know it's wrong.
iconic
Oh, hang on a minute. I think it might be A as well because there's a Norman Lloyd and a Christopher Lloyd. And Great
Okay.
Scott, it's not Christopher Lloyd.
Great Scott.
Great
Okay.
Scott. So A, Norman Lloyd? Come
You
on,
go for
Dougie.
A, Norman Lloyd. I can
Come on,
tell
Doug.
you.
Me and you.
It was Clint Eastwood.
Sonny,
It was
we
Clint
would throw
Eastwood.
ourselves off. Oh, no. And I don't recognise any of the other names either, Sonny, except for Christopher Lloyd, who was very famously Dr. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. What's his name? It's one of my
Oh,
favorite
no.
movies.
Oh, no, it's gone out of my mind.
Not Dr.
Doc. Who's
Scott.
just Doc?
Who's just Doc?
Doc. Doc.
Is that just? Does he not have
Yeah.
a name?
With Marty McFly and Doc
In Back to the Future.
in Back to the Future. And Christopher Lloyd is one of the writers on Modern Family. There you go.
I love Modern Family.
I know.
Okay, moving on.
Sunny says, Kate, we need to have more faith in ourselves. I think you're right. So on this one, let's summon up some faith. Oh.
This is a science question. What sort of
no!
No, you can do it. What
I
sort
can
of
do it.
electricity do you get when you rub two balloons and they stick together? Is it A, static? Is it B, friction? Is it C, current? Or is it D, tension?
I love that Sunny's just going, hey.
Hey.
Well, what I love is that actually we should always have this quiz to have some sort of spelling mistake in it.
Yeah.
And that actually you win extra points if you spot the spelling mistake.
You should.
I'm going to go A. Doug's saying A. I'm saying A. Static. Sunny says A.
What sort of electricity do you get when you rub two balloons and they stick together? It is, in fact, static electricity.
Boom.
Do-do-do.
Or
Do-do-do. Yeah, or when you rub it on your hair and it makes your hair stick
I
up.
know.
That's
I've
what I
had
like to do.
recently static clothing. It's been very weird. I've been in the gym and so I deliberately buy these lovely vest tops that hang over the kind of bit that I always think looks like a bit like a ham. You know, when your leggings meet your body and it all goes a bit muffin toppy.
Oh, yeah.
I have a slightly looser vest top in the gym so that it doesn't show that until the week where I had static vest.
Oh no.
And so my vest just stuck to me and showed
Clung
all
to
of the
your body.
bits. Yeah, so I always say I look like a joint of ham. You know, when it's like wrapped with the
Yeah.
string.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
That's
there you
funny.
go. That's body news from me.
Okay, next question.
Uh-oh.
In the TV show The Simpsons, what is Moe's last name? Is it
Oh
A, Van
no.
Houten? Is it B, Flanders?
It's
Is
not
it
Flanders.
Is it C, Sislak? Or is it D, Jones? In the TV show The Simpsons, what is Moe's last name? If you think you know the answer, and you can see me and Kate and our lovely slides here, you can say the name of your device, followed by the word say, with what you think the answer is. Otherwise, you can head to backchannel.tv and you can get involved that way.
Do you know what I'm actually doing now? I was like, well, I know it's not Flanders.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it could be Van Houten. I was like, did you say Sislak?
I
Sislak.
did. Sislak, yeah.
Sislak is too complicated and Jones is too simple. And then I went, who came up with Sislak? It's got to be Sislak. So I reckon, like Sonny says, it's C.
In the TV show The Simpsons, what is Moe's last name? Doug and Sonny have all said C. Kate, you said C. The correct answer is Mo Sislak.
Yay!
There he is. Throwing everybody out of Moe's. I'm a massive Simpsons fan. I grew up on The Simpsons. Okay, I think this might be our last question.
Dolly Parton in again.
How many #1 singles has Dolly Parton had?
We did do it, Sonny. Sonny says we did it. You see, we had faith in ourselves. We drew the faith in. Again,
Sonny.
spelling mistake. How many #1 single has Dolly Parton had, including Oh, #1. Oh, this is
Is it A, 30?
All right.
Is it B, 25?
Okay.
Is it C, 20? Or is it D,
Okay.
15? How many #1 singles has Dolly Parton had, including collaborations? 30, 25, 20, or 15?
Sonny says I don't know, but I'm guessing C.
Getting C. Okay.
I'm like, okay, so let's. Oh, Doug's saying D.
Oh, 15.
Because, right, it wasn't as easy to get a #1 as it used to be. No, it's not as easy to get a #1.
A #1, as it used to be.
No.
What's the point you're trying to make?
It's easier to get a #1 now than it used to be. There we go.
Than it
Boom.
used to be. Okay.
And she's been around for 5 decades, maybe 6. She definitely will have spanned 6 decades at this point. When did she play Glastonbury?
Oh, I don't know. Not that long ago, I feel.
I reckon. So we've got, but then equally, in that time, how many #1 singles has Dolly Parton had? I quite like that it's a rounded number of 15, 20, 25 or 30 rather than 32.
Yeah. 14.
Doug is saying D. Sonny is saying C. Sonny says, if the American education system has taught me anything, it's how to guess on a test.
Good. Okay.
And based on the fact that I went with Doug and we got it wrong, and then I've gone with Sonny and we've got it right, I'm going to go with C, 20.
Okay. The answer is 25.
25, we were all wrong.
Do, do, do.
Oh, look at her hair there.
I know,
It's all
just
big.
young.
Very, very big, hairy hair.
Well, there you go. That was today's Everyday Positivity Island pop quiz.
It was a tough one, Sonny says. That one
one.
was tough. Thank you very much for playing along. Thank you very much for being part of Backchannel today. I nearly go backchannel.tv. Backchannel today. Right, so we need an activity, don't we? At the end of every hour of every Positivity Island, I like to bring you an idea that can give you something to do today that will bring you some positive vibes. Just some ideas really to share with you. And one of the things that we will do today, obviously, after Krista's brilliant suggestion of finding joy to help you through a day, I think be really present with your joy. You know, you're making a cup of tea for yourself, be joyful about that. Enjoy it, enjoy it. The activity that I want to share with you today is this. It was an episode the other day, actually. What's it like, Will, when you get a little mini giftette through the post?
It's always a joy to receive a giftette, or giftling, if you will.
A giftling through the post. What's the best giftling that someone sent you?
The best giftling that I've ever received is this tiny elephant that lives on my desk.
Oh, you've got it there with you. We didn't even plan that.
It lives on my desk, so I can talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, brilliant. You're so funny. I sent a giftette the other day to a lady that I've just met. It was her 50th birthday and we're doing some work with her. And so I surprised her with a candle in the post. And she was thrilled because, you know, we haven't kind of established the kind of relationship where I would have sent a gift, right? So it was like a real surprise. And that's what I love. So what the activity is today is a little bit less expensive than sending everybody you love or haven't spoken to for ages a gift. It's a little bit more like writing a card to someone. Can you remember? Sunny, as I said that, wrote, I love surprising my friends with random postcards. And so that's what I would like you to do. I have a friend. Oh, look, it's all ready to go. I've got to hide the address. It's all ready to go. I have a friend who is an amazingly brilliant friend. And I don't think I've seen him for 2 years. And I certainly don't know if I think I've only met his daughter once and she's 5. And it's just that thing of we just haven't seen each other for a really long time. So I have written him a card. I'm going to put in the post this afternoon, inviting him to let's hang out, dude. We haven't done it for a while. And just saying how much I miss him and how much I love spending time with him and all of that.
I remember this time a year ago, I was going through a tough time with boys. And my friend Sapir, my best friend Sapir, she sent me a postcard saying, oh, hi, like, hope you're doing okay. Like, you're fine, whatever. But the picture on the front of the postcard was a picture of her German Shepherd called Dobby. It was like a personalized postcard from Dobby.
Sunny says it never fails. I always get a message from my friends saying it brightened their day. Just that thing of sending someone something when they're not expecting it. So I don't care if I don't want it to be someone's birthday. I don't want it to be an anniversary. I want it to be, I've not spoken to that person in ages. I'm going to send them a card and make them feel happy. So that is your positive activity task between now and Thursday.
That's so much fun.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. Who are you going to write to? Not Sapir.
Well, not Sapir.
I'm joking. Sapir.
I'm going to write to Sapir, and I'm also going to write to, which if she's watching the stream, then I'm giving it away, and I'm not going to write to Sapir at all. But also my friends who just live around the corner, but I've not seen them since New Year's because I've been a bit rubbish. So I'm going to send them one as well. Because why not? Yeah.
And make sure you put that through the door and don't post it because it will definitely get there quicker if you go around and put it through the door.
Yes, I could do that before Thursday.
Okay, well, that has been Kate and Will's Positivity Island. Thank you for joining us both. We will be back on Thursday with you, 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and 6 a.m. Pacific time to brighten up your day. In a world where we are constantly fed doom and gloom in the news, this is where the happiness happens. This is where happy happens. That's the tagline for the show. We just come up with it. This is where happy happens. Sunny says, see you on Thursday. You can stay with Backchannel for your whole day. We have this lovely community boiling away. You are the founding members of Backchannel, and Backchannel is where you can talk to your hosts live as you listen to them, and you come up in the chat. Will, who's up next? We've got Jam and Renee.
We've got Jam and Renee up next, and after them, the Anthony Davis show. So please don't go anywhere. I know you're going to love all the shows that are still to come here on Backchannel.
And next time on Thursday, I will have absolutely done all the research I need to have done before the programme, and we'll have come up with any taglines we need to beforehand. Remember, look after yourself, look after your buddies, and you have 100% got this.